My girlfriend told me she needed space. Asked me not to reach out for a while. A few days later, she was all over social media, smiling in beach photos with her ex. I took her words seriously, gave her what she wanted, then changed the locks on the apartment and sold the car that, technically, was mine. When she finally showed up, her key didn't work, and her parking spot was empty. I'm 32, name's Jake. Guess I ought to start from the top. It's still pretty fresh, not gonna pretend it's not. This all went down about 3 weeks ago when Lily, my girlfriend, she's 29, dropped a bomb on me. Via text, no less. We'd been together almost 2 years. The past year, we'd been living in my apartment. Things seemed, alright. Maybe a little distant here and there, but nothing that set off any big alarms. At least, not for me. That message came out of nowhere. Just a regular Tuesday evening, I was in the kitchen, getting dinner going. Her text read something like, "Things are feeling complicated. I need some space to sort my head out. Please don't contact me for a while. I'll reach out when I'm ready." Man. Gut punch. Space is never a good sign. But I tried to be the decent boyfriend. Texted her back, said, "Okay, Lily. I get it. Take the time you need." After that? Nothing. Complete silence. I mean, she did ask for no contact, so I honored that. Didn't bug her. I spent the next couple of days just kinda dragging myself around the apartment, hurt, confused. Tried to make sense of what complicated even meant. Work helped distract me a bit. Then Friday night rolls around. I'm on the couch, just killing time, scrolling through Instagram. That's when it hit me. A mutual friend had tagged Lily in some photos. Sunshine. Beach. Cocktails. She's grinning ear to ear. Wrapped up next to Tyler. Her ex. The guy she swore up and down was ancient history. Caption said something like, "Living our best lives, island getaway, reunited." Felt like my stomach dropped. So that's what she meant by needing space. A tropical vacation with her ex-boyfriend? And she asked me not to contact her while she was off doing that? The heartbreak twisted into something colder. Clearer. She didn't want space to think, she wanted a free pass to reconnect with her past while keeping me on standby. In my own damn home. Using my stuff, eating my food, sleeping in my bed, while keeping me in the dark. Alright then. She wanted space. She got it. Saturday morning, first thing, I called a locksmith. Got both the deadbolt and doorknob changed out. Cost me about $300, but I'd pay that twice over just for the peace of mind. That key of hers? Now worthless. Then came the car. Gotta explain that part. About 6 months back, Lily's old junker finally died on her. She needed something reliable, said her job in social media marketing meant lots of meetings, lots of driving. Problem was, her credit was garbage. So I stepped up. Found a solid used Audi A6. Bought it outright, about $19,900. Everything, the loan, the title, the insurance, was in my name. The agreement was she'd pay me back in installments, and for the most part, she did. We treated it like her car, even though it was legally all mine. She added her little touches, fluffy dice, seat covers, the works. I still had the spare key, though. Always kept it. That Saturday, I took the car to a nearby dealership I trust, the kind that buys used cars for a decent price. Gave them a quick rundown of the situation. Told them I was the registered owner, wanted to sell. They gave it a once-over and offered a fair ballpark, around $18,500, pending inspection and paperwork. I agreed, signed what I needed to, and left the car with them. Took an Uber home. Her parking spot? Empty now. Her stuff? Still untouched. Sitting in the spare closet. I didn't throw anything out, figured that'd be petty. But no way she was getting back inside without having a conversation. And she'd specifically asked not to talk. Funny thing was, I didn't feel angry anymore. More like I was just doing what needed to be done. Like performing surgery. Yeah, it stung. I felt like a fool. But it wasn't rage driving me. It was logic. She asked for space and silence. Then took a romantic trip with her ex. That's a pretty clear message. I just followed her lead, and made sure I was protecting myself, my home, and my assets in the process. Now I wait. According to Instagram, their best life getaway had another week left. I was curious to see how things would play out when she came home and realized she didn't have access to anything anymore. Update 1. Well, she's back. This all went down last Tuesday night, around 10 p.m. I was just sitting on the couch, half watching some show, trying not to think about how tight my stomach felt. Then I hear keys jingling outside the door. A key scrapes into the lock. Pause. More scraping. Faster now. Then, bam, 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 someone pounding on the door. Jake? What the hell is going on? Open up. It was Lily. She sounded annoyed, not worried. I took a deep breath. Opened the door just a crack, left the chain on. She was standing there, suitcase by her side, tan, and clearly upset. My key's not working. Did something happen to the lock? I kept my tone even. Yeah. I changed it. She blinked. You what? Why would you do that? You asked for space and no contact, Lily. I gave it to you. Permanently. She frowned. What are you even talking about? I just needed some time. You can't lock me out. I saw the photos. You and Tyler. Looks like you had it all figured out. Her face went pale. Then angry. Busted. That was just a trip. It didn't mean anything. We're friends. I raised an eyebrow. Friends? Friends who take romantic trips to tropical islands while asking their boyfriend to vanish for a while? Sure. Got it. Jake, don't be ridiculous. Let me in. My stuff is in there. And, where's my car? Her eyes shot toward the empty parking space. Where's my car, Jake? The entitlement in her voice, it was like she expected everything to just be sitting there, untouched. Me included. First off, I said, this is my apartment. Second, that car was never yours. It's in my name, loan, title, insurance, all of it. And I'm selling it. Dealership has it now. Her mouth fell open. You're selling it? You can't do that. I paid for that car. No, Lily. You made payments to me for using it. It was never yours. You didn't buy it, I said calmly. The title and loan are in my name. The sale's already in motion. This is insane, she snapped. You're stealing from me. I'm calling the cops. And she wasn't bluffing either, she actually started pulling out her phone. I just shrugged. Go ahead, I told her. Call them. Tell them your ex-boyfriend changed the locks on his apartment after you asked for no contact and jetted off on a vacation with another ex. And while you're at it, tell them he's selling his car, the one registered and titled in only his name. See how far that gets you. She froze with the phone halfway to her ear. Then her whole face twisted with anger. You're a terrible person, Lily hissed. You planned this. I kept my voice steady. You planned a romantic getaway with your ex and asked me not to speak to you. I gave you what you wanted and handled the fallout. You don't get to treat me like some backup plan living in my own apartment. Right then, another voice joined in. It was her sister, Chloe, 27, coming up from the car. Guess she'd been waiting down there this whole time. She stomped up the walkway like she was ready for battle. What is going on? She demanded, looking at Lily, then me. Lily jumped straight into victim mode. Jake locked me out. He changed the locks. He's selling my car. He's kicking me out. Then Chloe turned her glare on me. Are you serious? After everything she's done for you, this is how you repay her? Just throw her out and sell her stuff? It's my apartment, Chloe, I said plainly. And that was my car. She asked me not to contact her and went off with Tyler. It's all right there on her Instagram. We're done here. Chloe crossed her arms. She needed time. You're supposed to support her, not punish her. Support her cheating on me? I raised an eyebrow. Hard pass. She made her choice. Now she can live with it. Then Lily started demanding her stuff, like, right then and there. It was 10 p.m. Not happening tonight, I said. Send me a text with a time that works. I'll box everything up and have it waiting by the door. But you're not coming in past the entryway. You can't tell me what to do. I can. It's my place now. My space. You asked for no contact, this is the new arrangement. Text me a time. Then I closed the door. Locked the deadbolt. My hands were shaking. Bit of anger, yeah. Leftover hurt too. But mostly? Relief. It was done, for now, anyway. I could still hear them outside for a few more minutes. Lily was yelling. Chloe was half calming her down, half throwing fuel on the fire. Eventually they left. A couple hours later, I got a text. Not from Lily, from Chloe. Lily needs her things. Tomorrow. 10 a.m., be ready. No, please. No, thank you. Just demands. I replied, okay. Then I spent a few hours boxing up Lily's stuff, clothes, bathroom stuff, books, little decorations, everything I could find. Stacked it all by the front door. Weirdly, it felt cleansing. Later that week, Thursday, I think, the dealership called. The inspection was done. They finalized their offer at $19,000. A small drop because of the tire wear. I went down on Friday, signed off the title, and they handed me the check. Went straight to the bank to deposit it. It felt like closing the book on an expensive and emotionally draining chapter. Now I was just waiting to see how pickup day would go. Figured there'd be more drama. And I wasn't wrong. Update 2. The past week has been wild. The entitlement coming from their side keeps leveling up. Honestly, it's impressive. Wednesday morning, right on the dot, 10 a.m., there's a knock at the door. But it's not Lily. It's Chloe and their mom, Denise. Lily stayed in the car. Apparently too shaken to face me. Denise had tears in her eyes before I even opened the door, though I'd bet good money they were for show. Jake, she sniffled. How could you do this to her? After 2 years? She loves you. I stayed calm. Guess not enough to avoid going on a beach trip with her ex right after asking me for space. Denise shook her head. It was a mistake. She was confused. You should forgive her. Selling her car? That was cruel. She needs that for work. That was my car, Denise, I said flatly. Legally mine. And her so-called confusion led to betrayal. That has consequences. I opened the door wider to show them the boxes stacked in the entryway. Here's her stuff. It's all there. Make sure you grab everything, 'cause this is the only time I'm doing this." Denise sniffed again and said, "We'll need to check the closets." "The bathroom." "Nope," I said. "What's in the entryway is what you're getting." I packed up everything I found. "You're not going further into my apartment." "Don't be unreasonable," Denise said. "What if you missed something?" "Then that's unfortunate," I said. "You stay right here." "I'll stand right here." "Take the boxes." "That's the deal." They looked like they wanted to push past me. Maybe pick a fight. Maybe try to grab something and claim I was hiding it. Wasn't gonna happen. They muttered and grumbled but finally started moving the boxes. Took them 3 trips to get it all. The entire time, Denise kept lecturing me about how heartless I was, how Lily was devastated, how I owed her for the car. I didn't say much. Just repeated, it was my car. And she ended things. Once they left, the text started up again. Mostly from Lily now. They bounced back and forth, tearful apologies, "I miss you. I made a mistake." Then angry rants, "You owe me for the car. That was my money. I'll take you to small claims court." I ignored the emotional ones. For the demands, I sent one final reply. "Lily. The car was legally mine. Title, loan, and insurance were all under my name. The money you gave was payment for the time you used it. Consider it rent." No further discussion. Then I blocked her number. Blocked Chloe. Blocked Denise. Didn't stop there, though. Suddenly, mutual friends started blowing up my phone, people I mostly knew through Lily. Their messages all had the same vibe. "Dude, what you did to Lily was messed up. Selling her car like that? Cold." She'd clearly been telling everyone her own version of the story, one where I was the heartless ex who kicked her out and took her stuff just to be spiteful. I'm sure she left out the part about the vacation with Tyler. I replied to a few folks. Briefly explained the truth. Some of the people I explained things to, those I thought might actually listen, responded with mixed reactions. A few understood once I laid it out. Others, not so much. Seemed like they'd already bought into whatever story Lily was spinning. That's the thing. Folks believe what they want to believe. Then came the real low blow. Got a call yesterday from the landlord's office. Apparently, someone filed an anonymous complaint, said there'd been disturbances and yelling near my unit, concerns about arguments and possible confrontations. I felt my stomach drop. It reeked of a setup. Like someone was trying to get me flagged by the building. Luckily, I've always had a solid relationship with the building manager. We've chatted a few times, nothing dramatic, just neighborly stuff. So I kept it calm and explained the situation. I told him, my ex had been living here, though she was never on the lease. She recently moved out after a breakup. There was one loud moment out front when she realized I'd changed the locks, which I did after she asked for no contact and then ran off with her ex. Her family came by for a scheduled, supervised pickup of her belongings. No issues inside the apartment. No one's living here now but me. He seemed to get it. Said they'd log the complaint, but unless anything else came up, something concrete, they weren't going to take it further. Still, I'm pretty sure it was Lily or Chloe stirring the pot. Classic dirty move. And speaking of exes, I got a message request on Instagram from Tyler. Yep. That Tyler. Didn't even open it. Just deleted and blocked. I don't need whatever drama he's bringing, whether it's trash talk, gloating, or trying to justify himself. I've got zero interest in any of it. Truth is, the more they try to guilt-trip me or mess with my life, the more solid my decision feels. They're not making me doubt myself, they're proving me right. This whole thing wasn't just one bad choice Lily made. It's who she is. And it's who the people around her are too, Chloe, Denise, all of them. They'd rather manipulate, guilt, and push than take responsibility. There's no revenge plan here. I'm not playing some game. I'm just stepping out of their chaos and letting them hit the brick wall of consequences. Apartment? Locked down. Lease is in my name. That complaint went nowhere. The car? Gone. Checks in the bank. Everything's legal and above board. Her stuff? She has it. Communication? Completely blocked. And if they try anything else, especially anything threatening, it's going straight to a lawyer. Already spoke to one, just to cover my bases. They said I'm in the clear on every front, the car, the apartment, all of it. The demands, the poor me act, the games with my housing, it's all just pathetic. They're clinging to this idea that they can shame or scare their way back into the comfortable setup Lily blew up. Newsflash, that's not how life works. Right now, I'm just focusing on picking up the emotional pieces. It's hard, realizing the person you cared about for years, lived with, built a life with, is capable of this kind of manipulation and entitlement. But in the long run, it's better to see the truth now than keep living a lie. Final update. It's been about 2 months since Lily returned from her space-seeking getaway with Tyler. Things have finally quieted down, mostly because I stopped feeding the fire. I didn't answer, didn't argue, didn't explain myself any further. And eventually, they ran out of energy. Figured I'd share how it all wrapped up. The smear campaign dragged on for a little while. I lost a few casual mutual friends, people who clearly bought into Lily's sob story without asking any questions. Honestly, no loss there. If someone's willing to pick sides without getting the full picture, they're not the kind of person I want around anyway. The real friends, the ones who knew me before Lily ever came into the picture? They stood by me. They saw the disrespect for what it was and backed me up all the way. Then Lily tried to escalate things, legally. Sort of. I got a letter in the mail from what I can only describe as a bargain bin attorney, probably someone she barely scraped enough cash together to afford. The letter demanded 10 grand for emotional distress and contributions to the car. The thing was full of typos, half-baked legal threats, and nonsense. So, I let my actual lawyer, the one I'd already consulted, draft a reply. Professional, tight, and sharp. Included were copies of the car's title, the loan documents, and the insurance, all in my name, top to bottom. We also reminded them that her payments were effectively rent for using the vehicle. Technically, if we calculated it based on standard depreciation and mileage, she owed me. Total bluff, of course. But the point was made. We also attached a copy of the original "I need space, don't contact me" text. And, just for good measure, a few time-stamped screenshots of those vacation photos with Tyler, the ones she posted publicly. Then came the warning: if any more baseless threats or harassment came through, I'd be seeking legal fees and a restraining order, especially considering her prior stunt trying to stir up trouble with my landlord. After that? Crickets. Pretty sure her lawyer took one look at the situation and realized she didn't have a leg to stand on. No case. No money to fight it. And no backup from me anymore. Heard a bit through the grapevine, mutual contact who still talks to one of Lily's more mellow friends. She ended up crashing with Chloe for a bit, but apparently that blew up fast. Turns out Lily expected Chloe to bankroll her life too, didn't work, didn't help out, didn't even clean. Big shocker. And Tyler? Predictably vanished the second real life kicked back in. Vacation was fun, but he had no interest in the baggage that came with it. Used her for a good time, then dipped. Classic. She tried guilt-tripping her mom, Denise, for money. Probably got a little, but even they couldn't float her old lifestyle forever. Last I heard, Lily had to move back to her hometown. Back with her parents. Complaining non-stop about how I ruined her life. Still blaming everyone but herself. No accountability. No insight. Just straight-up entitlement and victim mentality. But here's the best part. Silence. No more texts. No more drama. No more Lily. My apartment finally feels like mine again. Just last weekend, I repainted the living room and got rid of some of the furniture she picked out. Felt like breathing fresh air. The revenge? It wasn't loud. It wasn't flashy. It was quiet. Methodical. All I did was respect her request for space and let the natural consequences of her choices unfold. She wanted distance. She got an infinite amount. She wanted freedom to explore things with her ex. Well, she got it, and everything that came with it. She took my support, my apartment, and my car for granted. And the second she broke the trust that support was built on, she lost it all. Selling that car she treated like a status symbol, while she was literally lounging on an island with another guy. Yeah, not gonna lie. That part? That hit just right. And that empty parking spot when she got back? Chef's kiss. She wanted space. She got it. I wanted peace. Now I have it. She didn't just lose me. She lost the whole setup she thought she was entitled to. The comfort, the security, everything. Sure, it took a toll on me. Took time to work through the hurt. But I stayed calm. Thought it through. Protected myself. I didn't lash out, I just refused to be played. She thought she could run her little game and keep me on the hook. She misjudged. Badly. And now she's living with the direct fallout of her own actions. No cover. No safety net. Just reality. That's the most satisfying closure I could have hoped for. So yeah, good riddance, Lily. Time to move on for real. She wanted space. She got it. I wanted peace. Now I have it.